You're not trapped by the world. You're trapped by who you think you are. That voice in your head, the one clinging to your story, your pain, your image, it's the prison. Not the job, not the city, not the people around you. Carl Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." And here's the truth most people will never tell you. Your identity is not sacred. It's not untouchable. It's not who you are. It's who you were. And if you're not willing to kill that version of yourself, the weak one, the fake one, the one built on survival, approval, and fear, you'll never touch freedom. Not real freedom. You'll live a second-hand life, doing things that feel safe, saying things to avoid discomfort, staying small to keep the peace, all while wondering why you feel so empty, because the life you're meant to live doesn't recognize the man you're pretending to be. Let that sink in. Your habits, built by the old identity. Your limits, protected by the old identity. Your excuses, spoken by the old identity. You don't need more motivation. You need a funeral, a brutal, honest burial of the man who settled, the man who made fear his god, the man who thought being liked was more important than being free. That version of you has to die. Not gently, not slowly, not when the time is right. Right now. You want to change your life? Kill the story. The one that says, "This is just who I am." That story is the enemy. Because identity is not truth. It's repetition. You've repeated a certain script for so long, you forgot it was a choice. You forgot you wrote it, and now you've become loyal to a lie. A man can't become powerful if he still needs to be liked by the weaker version of himself. You think discipline is hard? Try dragging your old self around every day. Try waking up and living with a man who's afraid to evolve. That's the real weight. That's what's breaking your back. And it's why you can't breathe when you're alone. You crave transformation, but defend the very thing that's keeping you small. You chase growth, but worship comfort. You say you want change, but you cling to the past like it's holy. No more. The old identity must be confronted, exposed, destroyed. You have to look it in the face and say, "Thank you for getting me this far, but you're not coming with me," and mean it. Because freedom doesn't come with flowers, it comes with fire. You're not stepping into your future. You're burning the bridge behind you. No plan B, no hiding spot, no safety net. This is war. War with your excuses, war with your comfort, war with every outdated version of you that whispers, "Play it safe." But playing it safe is a slow suicide. You weren't born to repeat the same year 80 times and call it a life. You weren't built to be a carbon copy of what's easy. You were built to evolve, to rupture, to break the shell and crawl through the chaos of becoming. But you can't become until you unbecome. You can't build until you destroy. And that destruction, it starts with silence, with looking yourself in the mirror, not flinching, and telling the truth. Not the social media version, not the polite version. The raw, unfiltered truth of what you've become, and what you've avoided becoming. Because here's the harsh reality. Every day you delay your transformation, the false self grows stronger, gets more clever, more comfortable, more seductive. It whispers, "Just one more day like this. You'll start tomorrow." But tomorrow is a lie the old you tells to survive. You don't need more time. You need more truth. And the truth is, the version of you that plays small, that avoids risk, that hides behind routine, it's not tired. It's terrified. Terrified of who you could be if you finally stepped all the way in. Terrified of what would happen if you stopped asking for permission. You think identity is something you protect. It's not. it's something you challenge. If your identity isn't making you uncomfortable, it's outdated. If your beliefs don't scare you, they're not big enough. If your reflection doesn't demand change, you're still living in the past. Real freedom starts when you stop trying to fix the old you and start killing him. That's what Jung meant. He wasn't talking about surface-level change. He was talking about ego death. That means tearing down the masks, the roles, the fake strength, the need to be understood, the need to be accepted, the need to be right. All of it gone. So you can meet yourself for the first time without the noise. That's where the power is. Not in the version of you that fits in the version of you that breaks away. The man who chooses truth over comfort, growth over safety, purpose over peace. Because here's the secret. Freedom isn't soft. It's not gentle. It's not a spa day or a vision board. Freedom is earned in blood, sweat, and self-confrontation. You don't find it. You fight for it. And you win by letting go. Letting go of the past. Letting go of your old name. Letting go of every label they gave you that kept you tame. You want to be free? Burn your biography. Everything they said you were. Everything you used to be proud of. Burn it. Not because it wasn't real, but because it's no longer necessary. You don't owe your past self anything. You owe your future everything. And your future can't breathe if the old you keeps hogging the oxygen. So stop asking, who am I? Start asking, who must I become? And understand this. No breakthrough is coming until you bury the man who fears breaking. No rise is coming until you leave behind the version of you that refuses to fall. No real power exists in the man who's still addicted to the safety of his story. It's time to turn the page with fire. Not grace, not ceremony, just fire. Because you're not rebuilding, you're rebirthing. And that requires death. The death of the coward, the victim, the people pleaser, the man who played roles just to be liked, the one who smiled through his own disappointment. He has to go, not with regret, with honor, because he carried you this far. But now, he's in the way, and there's no room for both of you in the life you're about to build. So stop dragging his corpse into every new chapter. You can't write a new story with old ink. You can't build a warrior's future with a coward's hands. Every day you keep him alive, through habits, through excuses, through silence, you kill the man you were meant to become. Look around. The walls closing in, that's not the world. That's your comfort zone collapsing under the weight of your potential. And it's begging you to break out. You want clarity? Start cutting. Cut the lies, cut the distractions, cut the dead weight you keep calling identity. What you need isn't found in books or podcasts or affirmations. It's found in the moment you finally get sick enough of your own mediocrity to torch everything that kept it alive. The routines, the false humility, the fear-based decisions, the approval chasing. Light it all up. Let the world call it reckless. Let them say you've changed. Because that's exactly the point. Change isn't polite. Transformation doesn't knock. It kicks the door down and dares you to level up or get left behind. And most will get left behind. They'll cling to their masks, defend their wounds, make peace with their limitations. But not you. Not if you're ready. Not if you're willing to bleed for what you believe. Not if you're done protecting the man who kept you numb. Not if you understand that the cost of staying the same is everything. Because here's what they won't tell you. The old identity isn't just holding you back, it's killing you. Slowly, quietly, disguised as normal. That's why you feel the restlessness. That's why you wake up angry and don't know why. That's why success feels hollow and comfort tastes like dust. It's your soul screaming through the noise, telling you this isn't it. You're built for more, but you'll never see it until you bury who you've been. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You don't even need to feel ready. You just need to start digging the grave. Because once the old you is dead and buried, you'll finally hear the voice that's been there the whole time. Buried under the noise, under the fear, under the false identity. And that voice, it's not here to make you comfortable. It's here to make you dangerous. A man with nothing to protect except the truth. A man who walks into the fire because he knows he is the flame. And once you find that part of you, the real you, there's no going back. Because once you taste what it's like to move without chains, you can never wear them again. You'll see the world for what it is. Not a cage, not a maze, but a mirror. It reflects what you bring to it. You move weak, it'll break you. You move with truth, it'll open. But here's the catch. Truth costs everything. Not money, identity. You'll lose the crowd. You'll lose the applause. You'll lose the image you spent years perfecting just to survive. Good. Because real men aren't built in applause. They're built in silence. In those moments when no one sees you and you choose the hard thing anyway. You choose to let the false self rot. Let it rot. Let the nice guy image die. Let the overthinker starve. Let the people pleaser vanish into dust. Because every time you protect those parts, you betray the part of you that knows. The part that's hungry. The part that's been whispering for years. We're not done. This isn't the peak. There's more in us, but not like this. You want evolution? Then understand. It's not a glow-up. It's a breakdown of your ego, of your crutches, of your illusions. You tear down the lie until what's left is real. And that real version of you, it's raw, it's primal, and it doesn't beg. He doesn't wait to be picked. He chooses himself. That's what freedom is. Not doing whatever you want, but being who you really are. No masks, no filters, no fear. You stop asking for directions from people who've never left the ground. You stop playing by rules designed to keep you tame. You rise with scars, not excuses. You speak with conviction, not apologies. You build with blood, not blueprints. And yeah, it costs everything. But what you get in return? You get you. Not the compromised version. Not the one watered down for comfort. Not the one held hostage by his past. The real you. The dangerous you. The free you. And once you meet that man, you'll never settle for less again. Because once you meet that man, the one who doesn't flinch, doesn't fold, doesn't fake, you'll realize just how much of your life was lived on mute. All those years, saying yes when you meant no, smiling when you were breaking, shrinking when your soul wanted to roar. That man is gone now, buried beneath the fire you walked through. And what stands in his place? A man forged in clarity, not comfort. See, clarity comes after destruction, after the illusions fall, after you stop trying to be everything for everyone, and finally become something for yourself. You stop chasing validation. You start chasing alignment. Your life becomes simple, not easy, simple. Because now you only move in one direction, forward. No more loops, no more circles, no more identity crises every time life punches you in the mouth. You know who you are, because you earned it, not through words, but through war. You fought the hardest enemy you'll ever face, your old self, the comfortable one, the compliant one, the one that was always liked but never respected. You left him behind. Now you speak differently, move differently. People feel it when you enter a room, not because you demand attention, but because your presence doesn't need permission. That's what happens when you stop pretending, when you stop negotiating with fear, when you stop trying to be enough and decide to be exactly who the hell you are. Unfiltered, uncompromising, unapologetic, and the world will react. Some will pull away. Good. Let them. Some will try to remind you who you used to be. Ignore them, because they don't know what it cost you to become this version. They didn't feel the weight. They didn't bleed for it. You did. And now? Now you move like a man who knows there's no going back. Because there is no going back. The bridge is gone. The mask is gone. The doubt is gone. All that's left now is the next level. And the next level doesn't care about who you used to be. It only responds to who you're willing to become. This is where most turn back. Right at the edge. Right where it gets real. But not you. You've already burned the past. You've already buried the old story. Now all that's left is to build, brick by brick, decision by decision, action by action, not for the world to see. But so, when you look in the mirror, you respect the man staring back. That's the work. That's the freedom. That's the only way out. So if this message hit you deep in your gut, don't just sit on it. Don't scroll past and forget. Do something, change something, kill something, old, false, small, and let something real rise. And if you're walking this path, if you're ready to destroy comfort and become something dangerous, then you're in the right place. Like this video. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you're leaving behind. And subscribe for more raw, unfiltered truth like this. We're not here to play safe. We're here to break free. Let's go.